Hey folks, in this video I would like to present you the most interesting video games releasing in October 2021. Please keep in mind that this list is purely based on my subjective opinion and I couldn't include all new releases. If you are missing a particular game, I would be more than happy to receive some additional recommendations in the comment section. Without further ado, let's jump straight into today's video. Like every year, the latest installment of the FIFA series is released with just a small number of changes. Apart from a new license and minor gameplay adjustments, there won't be any revolutionary improvements. FIFA 22 seeks to provide a smoother and more realistic experience with its new hypermotion technology. The overall gameplay seems slower than last year. You can also expect a few visual improvements on the next-gen consoles. Unfortunately, PC gamers are once again left empty-handed. They will only receive the downgraded version based on the graphics of the PS4 and Xbox One versions. Ultimate Team stays the same and turns the game into a trading simulation driven by pretty expensive microtransactions. FIFA is among the highest selling games worldwide each year, and FIFA 22 will likely be no different. The main question is, why should EA actually change something substantial with so many people buying this game on an annual basis? EA is simply following the principle, never change a winning team. Almost a decade after the original, Alan Wake returns in a remastered and more polished version. Over the years, the original turned into a real Xbox 360 classic. Players can experience the re-release of the exciting thriller game on PS5 and Xbox Series X in 4K and 60 frames per second. The release date is certainly no coincidence, as the game with its ominous and creepy theme fits very well into the upcoming Halloween season. The game also has ties to Control, which was released in 2019 and has been quite a commercial success. The highlights of the new version include improvements in both character models and environment details. A funny side note, the infamous in-game ads for real products like Ford or Energizer have been removed and replaced with fake products. With supermonkeyball Banana Mania, a popular Sega brand, is arriving on all major consoles and the PC on October 5th. It includes over 300 levels from the series' first two games and Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. On top of that, there are 12 minigames such as Monkey Racing, Monkey Soccer and much more monkey fun. The local co-op mode allows you to play together with up to 3 friends. In story mode, you must play as II and stop the evil scientist Dr. Bad Boon from blowing up Jungle Island. The game adds popular video game and pop culture staples like Sonic the Hedgehog, Hello Kitty, and even characters from the Yakuza and Persona series as playable characters. You'll need a lot of imagination to fit the Hello Kitty and the Yakuza franchises in the same game. Whether the developers manage to square this circle is yet to be determined. Enough said, let's roll with Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. Still not tired of seeing wacky mashups? Then the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl might be exactly the right choice for you. In the spirit of Super Smash Bros., the characters of many popular animated Nickelodeon series will enter the ring to battle it out. With unique movement sets and attacks inspired by their personalities, each character has an individual playstyle which enables endless opportunities for action. Select your favorite and then let the intense brawls begin with online and local multiplayer action. The game features more than 20 different stages based on various Nickelodeon series to knock your opponents out of the ring. Fans of SpongeBob SquarePants, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and even Avatar The Last Airbender, who have got tired of Super Smash Bros. Brawlhalla and the likes, can jump into this game on October 5th. Far Cry 6 picks up many elements that fans of the series know and love. An exotic adventure setting, a great social engineering concept, lots of gun blazing, and of course, a mad villain. This time, players will be going against the chilling, oppressive dictator Anton Castillo, which is played by Giancarlo Esposito. That means that we can expect some serious Breaking Bad vibes. One new feature of the 6th entry to the Far Cry series is the progression system, which is linked to weapons and equipment rather than abilities. This provides players with access to different types of ammunition, weapon upgrades and even jetpacks that let them fly across the map. Choosing the right equipment is crucial to overcoming enemies as they possess specific weaknesses and resistances. With their equipment, players can also adapt their playstyles. The Far Cry games have become a staple within the first-person shooter genre for countless fans, and it is likely that Far Cry 6 will be a huge game this fall and holiday season. Metroiddread was first teased over 15 years ago as it was initially planned for the Nintendo DS. The game got cancelled due to technical limitations. Now Metroiddread is coming to the Nintendo Switch on October 8th and marks the first 2D Metroid console platformer in 19 years, ditching Metroid Prime's first-person view for now and returning to the series' roots. Metroiddread is the final entry in a story arc that was introduced with the original Metroid way back in the 80s. A terrifying deadly parasite known as the X serves as the game's primary threat. The X can intrude and mimic various organic life forms but is vulnerable to a vaccine created by the Metroids. To aid Samus in completing her mission, you'll have to navigate through the depths of a planet with countless unique environments, dangers and secrets. Utilize new and familiar abilities to traverse through these mazes, exploring the map to find your way and destroying enemies with powerful weapons. The game is additionally sold in a bundle with the OLED version of the Nintendo Switch and seems like a great title to showcase the new high-contrast display of the console. Both the new iteration of the Switch and Metroiddread launch on October 8th. Book of Travels is the product of a successful Kickstarter and calls itself a tiny multiplayer online role-playing game. The developers want to put the roleplay back in MMORPGs. Meeting other players will not be as frequent as compared to other MMORPGs, somewhat similar to Journey's multiplayer mode. It's an appropriate comparison as you will be taking quite a journey yourself. Pick one of more than 20 forms in a detailed character creation sheet that focuses on personality and identity rather than stats and classes. The game enables you to play in a style that matches your character and allows you to set your own personal goals. Are you a danger-seeking adventurer, a stoic practitioner of magic binding, or a carefree tea-drinking gambler? Your travels will present you with countless randomly occurring events, making every single story unique and each session different from the last. Peel back the layers of diverse plotlines and discover an immensely deep fairy tale world in the Book of Travels, releasing on October 11 on PC. You haven't killed hordes of zombies with your friends for a while? Then it's about time again, and Back 4 Blood presents you with an ideal opportunity. The game has been developed by Turtle Rock Studios, who have proven with both Left 4 Dead games that they are capable of developing some damn good co-op shooters. When Back 4 Blood was first announced, the co-op shooter became one of the most highly anticipated games of the year for many players. Back 4 Blood seems like the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, and the game's main principles remain pretty much unchanged and rather simplistic. Either 4 or 8 players have to fight off the undead and slowly advance in a level. A new feature are the cards that you assemble prior to the start of the game, which will improve your attributes. However, the enemy AI has a trick or two up its sleeve as well. Given its co-op nature, Back 4 Blood is a massive Xbox Game Pass game in October. Playing the game with friends for free using a Game Pass subscription is a fine way to bring back this zombie-slaying subgenre. Tandem: A Tale of Shadows reinvents the puzzle platforming genre with unique gameplay and remarkable visuals. Help Emma and her teddy bear Fenton, no it's not Annie, and her bear Tibbers to unravel the mystery behind the disappearance of the famous wizard Thomas Kane. The player alternates between playing Emma from a top-down perspective, who can move objects and create shadows with the help of her lamp. On these shadows, her teddy Fenton is able to move around from a side-scroller perspective in order to solve different puzzles. As you move through the mansion, you'll have to keep swapping between the two characters to reach countless switches and doors. Tandem's graphic style and design is strongly reminiscent of Alice in Wonderland, which perfectly fits with the oppressive and magical atmosphere of the game. The visual direction sometimes reminds me of Limbo, and the principle of switching between characters reminds me of the Trine series. Guardians of the Galaxy was only unveiled this summer and will be released on October 26th. Guardians of the Galaxy is a third-person shooter based on the Guardians of the Galaxy comics. We take on the role of Peter Quill, also known as Star-Lord, which is joined by his companions Gamora, Drax, Rocket and Groot. It is a pure single-player title with a conclusive storyline which, according to Square Enix, will not feature any loot grinds or microtransactions. Marvel's past games have had ups and downs in the eyes of many fans, with Marvel's Spider-Man being a hit and the Avengers receiving a mixed bag of reviews. That said, we are very curious to find out whether Guardians of the Galaxy can follow up on the success of Spider-Man. Age of Empires 4 sticks closely to the successful formula of its predecessors, in particular the second part, both in terms of content and gameplay mechanics. Players use semi-automatic villagers to cultivate or harvest the 4 resources: food, wood, stone and gold. The resources are spent on technological advancements, buildings and military units. So far it's known that there are going to be 4 historical campaigns when the game releases. One of them deals with the Norman conquest of England. Aside from the single-player campaigns, players can choose one of 8 playable races, including both the Chinese and the Holy Roman Empire. As in previous entries of the series, the developers focus on historical accuracy. Every sound and every little unit of the game is shaped by a historical background knowledge. Relic's team is very passionate about their work and not only try to include the atmosphere of the prequels, but try to capture the spirit of actual world history as well. The first Switch Mario Party title was often criticized for the limited number of rather uninspired game boards. Now fans of the series will receive a new title. In fact, the upcoming Mario Party Superstars isn't quite that new, but more of a best-of, which is made up of various boards and minigames from Mario Party 1 to Mario Party 3. On October 29, Mario Party Superstars will provide players with some real Nintendo 64 nostalgia with remastered old boards, minigames and more. Players will be able to enjoy the game with friends locally or online via the Switch Online service. The Mario Party series has brought tons of fun to players for over 20 years, and many fans fondly remember the classic Nintendo 64 games. That said, Mario Party Superstars will provide a real trip down memory lane. These were my top game releases for the month of October 2021. What is your most anticipated game of the month? Put down a comment below this video. For me personally, it has to be Metroiddread. If you enjoyed today's video, I would really appreciate a thumbs up and a sub. See you next time.